In today's episode, I'm going to walk you through the first step you should take in order to purchase that home, which is your mortgage. My name is Jonathan Cabrera. I'm your local realtor, and this is Buyer Fridays. So buying a home could be so overwhelming. There's so many steps that you have to take, and then there's a huge process that you also have to go through. There's also a bunch of people that you're going to come across that was also going to help you along the way to make everything kind of just smooth and easy for you. So today I want to talk about the mortgage process and what that looks like. There's a couple of steps that you have to take in order to get that pre-approval and start that search for your home that you want to purchase. Step number one. Step number one is to find out your credit score. You can use things like creditkarma.com, freecreditscore.com, or even go to the credit bureau. So, what is it? The TransUnion, Expedia, Equifax. You can actually go to all those three sites and just get a free credit report from them. They give you one free every single year. So if you haven't done that already, you can do that and get your free full credit report there. I know before I've stated that credit score isn't that big of an issue. However, once you find out your credit score, you can pretty much self-assess whether or not you can or cannot afford a home or get the approval for a mortgage. But it's still good to start there to get your credit score, because it's something that the mortgage broker, be it a bank or another mortgage broker, will need in order to even qualify you. So your first step is to actually find out your credit score. Step number two. Step number two is to start getting your documents together. So along with step number one, having a printed out credit report, you're also going to need things like your income verification, employment verification. You're also going to need asset verification. So you're going to need bank statements. If you own any other property, you're going to need some of that information. So those are some of your W-2s, your tax return. Those are the things that you're going to need in order to now move forward to qualify you for your mortgage. Step number three. Step number three is to contact a professional. Professional being a lender, whether it's a mortgage broker or a bank lender. The reason why that's number three is because once you already have your credit score already printed out, you have all those documents ready to go, and they're together in a folder, and you're ready to go sit down with someone, those are the information that they're going to ask for you. They're going to ask about everything that I mentioned. So they're going to ask about your credit score, they're going to ask about your income verification, they're going to ask about your W-2s, your tax returns, your bank statements, any credit card debts, and pretty much any debt that you have, and your income verification to verify pretty much what your debt to income ratio is and what you can or cannot afford. So step number three, contact your lender. Step number four. Step number four is to consult with your lender and your realtor. And the reason why I say this, to consult with your lender and your realtor, is because them two together are going to help you really narrow down what it is that you can and cannot afford. Because let's just say before even speaking to a lender, you spoke to a realtor and you said, hey, I like this $400,000 house. This is the house I think I want to buy, and I kind of want to pursue that house. Fine. So you sit down with a lender, your lender runs all the information that you gave them, and they say, yeah, cool, you can afford a $400,000 house. However, you can afford a $400,000 house with a tax of $9,000. Now, the house that you saw on Redfin or online was $400,000 with taxes of $11,000. So you can't afford that, really. You either have to come up with more money, or it's just not going to be in your budget to purchase. So this is kind of why you need to have both your lender and your realtor and consult with them to see really whether or not you could afford that $400,000 house at $11,000 taxes. So consulting with your lender and your realtor is step number four. And I think that's pretty much a really crucial one to do, because that way it better helps you navigate through your searches along with what your realtor is going to be searching for as well. Last and final step is step number 5. So step number 5, and the last one which we should be doing, is to actually now speak to your lender about getting that pre-approval letter. So we've squared away your credit score, we've squared away the documents that you need to have ready. You have spoken with the lender, you've spoken with your realtor, consulted with the both of them to see whether or not what you can and cannot afford. So now that we have that all squared away, you get your pre-approval. With that pre-approval, what that does is that actually makes you a serious buyer. So let's say you and I were actually working together and then you actually gave me a copy of the pre-approval letter. Now I know exactly what you can and cannot afford and what the bank is willing to lend to you. It also makes my search process a lot easier for you because, again, if you tell me, hey, I'm cool, I can get a $400,000 house, all right, fine, but can you get a $400,000 house with a $13,000 tax bracket, right? So that kind of makes it easier for me. And also, when you're ready to buy that $400,000 house, if everything is all lined up and ready to go with that pre-approval, now I can submit that to the listing agent and they present that now to their seller, and it makes you look serious because you already went through the process of already speaking to a bank, and the bank is saying, yeah, we're going to give you the money to purchase that home. So it makes you a real serious buyer to the seller, and they might actually, you know, accept that offer because of the fact that you have that pre-approval. So step number 5 is to get your pre-approval letter, and now you can start your search. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this series. It's a bit of a short one, I think, because the mortgage process isn't so long. However, I hope you found it interesting and it helps you along your way. Whether you use me or another agent, I just hope that this information really helps you to navigate and to get that home that you want to actually purchase. Thanks again for watching. I'm humbled that you actually watched this show. I'm glad that you spent 5 or 10 minutes watching it, and thank you for your time. Thank you for your eyes and your ears to watching this. I hope you enjoy it. If you haven't done so, I put my first video out last week, Friday. So I'll post that somewhere in the link here. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Please leave a comment, let me know what you thought about the video, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. My name is Jonathan Cabrera. I am your local realtor with Coldwell Banker, and this is Buyer Friday.